I hope everyone's well, we haven't been here since before Halloween, so hopefully everyone's Halloween was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone's still alive, so no poisoned candy.
Nope.
Sadly.
I had a different kind of candy.
Well, we'll save that for Vinny's dreams, and we'll just continue on with our our session here. It's been a bit of a time, so a bit of a recap is necessary. Though we do have the Knicks recaps in the Discord, go ahead and do a little bit of a different recap. You guys had an interesting start to last session, mainly Halvard.
Mm-hmm.
So as not to stoke the fire, pun intended, any further, we'll go ahead and skip forward as you guys are on the sea. Nothing happened to the docks. No, don't worry about it.
Nothing.
Nope. Randomly,
Never
your
happened.
mast is broken. You gotta get that fixed later. But other than that, perfectly fine. Getting a little workout in, doing some rowing. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely arms and shoulders and back day for the next couple days. As you guys row yourselves before making a bit of a makeshift fix to your mast in sailing southwards down to Rosso. Getting there, you're greeted with a very comparatively to all the docks that you've been to so far, though the docks here are much larger, it is run very efficiently. You guys are kind of guided into a separate pier and immediately docked, roped off, planked up, directed over to the harbor master, Lincoln. He gives you a quote for how much it's going to cost for you to stay here, as well as repairs. He gives you a copy of the key that is now connected to the chain that runs across to your boat. And you guys are paid for 3 days as you go here and given directions to where the Ironhearth outpost is. And just as you guys leave Lincoln, you split off as Malcolm and Tamberley go to, as it was told, get a leash for baby. A new term of endearment that Madronix seems to have given for you, Halvard.
Yes, endearment.
Following the directions, you guys went further into the town and found out the unfortunate naming of the Ironhearth outpost here is called the Chicken Ship, and now you see exactly why. As the large building next to it houses a giant fake metallic chicken on top that seems to be squatting over the side of the building right where the Ironhearth outpost is, which only goes up 4 floors. Sorry, 3 floors. The building next to it going up 6. But with this, Madronix, Fez, and Halvard, you guys went inside, found the interesting security system that this establishment has, were released, and Ferdinand got you all to sign in to the book, so that way that security system wouldn't affect you anymore. Finding out that you have a few more compatriots to come in warns of the same thing might happen to them, but you guys are okay. You divvied the information to Ferdinand as much as you felt like, and he told you that nothing new or crazy was going on here, so that gave you guys some relief. And after a quick chat, finding out when dinner was, you guys went back outside to, I think, just Madronix went outside to wait for Tamberley and Malcolm to return. Which they did. Fell into the security system once again. Signed into the book, and a few of you guys decided, you know what, let's go ahead and get that brand. Everyone but Fez, I believe, got the brand. So you guys are now accessible to a lot more Ironhearth outposts and other portions of the outposts that they do have. After this, dinner was had, and then baths were had. As Madronix, leaving before everyone else, with Tamberley and Malcolm catching up not too long later after they picked up a certain item that they had commissioned. Tamberley went over to the woman's side, and this being a much more town of proclivity, her side was full with the different women that call this town their workplace. As she started to dive into conversation to possibly get any extra information that they might have, finding out that, for, at least for them, this town is a pretty safe place, as not only do the people that employ them want to see their health and safety at the topmost, but also their clients, who regularly walk the town, are another form of security. So with that, she just decided, let's braid hairs and splish splash and have a bath. While on the other side, Malcolm got to meet Madronix and have a semi-comfortable chat. Madronix almost immediately pointing at Malcolm's scars and trying to get into some personal realms of conversation. But scars is basically how Madronix talks. Shortly into their conversation, though, they heard a voice of someone behind them. And as Malcolm and Madronix turned around, they realized that all the attendees and attendants had all vacated the communal bath area that they were in. Only people that stayed behind or were now present were 4 thuggish-looking individuals. One of them crouched down over next to who he calls Johnny, speaking some intimate words of knowledge of this person. And as Malcolm tried to play it off as never hearing of this person before, and we're seeing Mitch, his name, given out, flooded Malcolm's head with memories of this Mitch individual. Just as Mitch was asking for where the item was, and Malcolm saying, I don't know. He plunged the dagger a few inches into the upper shoulder blade, just to really drive home his point, and said, I guess it's the hard way then. And that's where we return.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I guess I'll go ahead and repeat the line that I said before session's end. It's like, I'm going to have to ask that you remove that dagger.
I'll do more than just remove it, son.
Hmm.
So let's go ahead and roll initiative. Where is it?
Sorry, it's taking a moment to find myself. Literally. I guess I'm just gonna do this. I was not ready, apparently.
Oh, what?
He had soap in his eyes. He was still waiting for it to run out.
Madronix really was banking on his threat to work.
he just awkwardly waits.
Kind of just blinks that they're not running away in fear.
I feel like Madronix would say that and just sit there and wait, and he's like, but they said if I was polite.
I was lied to.
They said always to say please and it would work.
Albert, I really like this town. There's a bathhouse and everything. Maybe we can stay here for another week? So relaxing. No fights, no nothing.
Really, you're just gonna stick with those jokes?
I mean, me and Howard have no issues in this town.
Oh yeah.
It hasn't been a
The
full
rest of
day
you,
yet.
on the other hand, I don't know what the hell you guys are doing.
Bro, we're fighting the Ninja Turtles
So
or Power Rangers.
So the one without colors is Mitch.
I assumed.
Mitch.
What's your dex, Malcolm?
+6. 18.
+6 with an 18.
Wait, your dexterity?
Oh, sorry, +4.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Sorry, I was
Sounds like
looking at my
movement.
I was looking at my initiative.
Okay, so
I wish my initiative was, or my dex was +6. I'm pretty sick.
Same here. My AC would be a lot better.
Oh shit, I don't have armor on.
no, you guys need to make sure you de-equip any armor and weapons.
I'm doing that right now. Oh, god damn it.
Actually, yeah, thinking about it, if your dex is 4, what is your charisma again?
+2.
Yeah, it's just weird not seeing that bone. Oh, never mind, that was Tamberlake. That's why. It's just like, this isn't making any sense to me.
Alrighty then. So,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
before anything happens, initiative-wise, he currently does. He had the dagger in your upper shoulder blade.
Mm-hmm.
You're currently facing him, and it's in your upper right shoulder blade area.
Mm-hmm.
He removes it. Now, this portion is not quite initiative. This is split-second decision. So I'm going to need your answer almost immediately. Him removing the blade out of your shoulder. His hand's directly next to your head. Is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm gonna try and take the dagger.
Okay, that would be initiative.
Okay.
So I'm talking slight movement, turn, step back. Like you've only got a hair of a thing right now.
I would say probably taking a step back.
Okay, so you kind of like lean back into the water and take a step back. So now the dagger's technically in front of you, in between the two of you. Okay, so starting with initiative, Malcolm, you are up.
If there's a way I can like I'm gonna try and take the dagger from him. Like I'm gonna try and finesse it out of his hands because I'm assuming we're in a bathhouse. It's hot. It's steamy. It's gonna be slick and greasy. So I kind of got to be like less like, oh, I'm so tough, and more like I gotta fucking weasel this thing out of this slippery bastard.
Okay, go ahead. This will be competitive athletics or acrobatics. Both of you, him and you, get to choose.
Balls. Of course, I rolled badly.
You kind of reach up and try and like tap the wrist to make it, hopefully let go of his grip. But he sees you do that, and your hands being fresh wet from being in the water, it's just a little too slippery as he kind of like instinctually turns his wrist so that way your hit doesn't really do as much, and he kind of pulls his hand back.
Well,
So that'll count as an attack.
mm-hmm. Bum. I mean, don't want to go there. That'd be a bad idea. Moving back. Wait, I can disengage, can I?
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
You
can.
can dodge too.
You are a Rog.
I'm gonna disengage and back up a little bit.
All right. You should have control over your mini.
Yeah. So I'll disengage so that I don't get an attack of opportunity on me. 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna go here.
Yeah, you are in water, so you're half speed.
Yeah. So, right
Okay.
about there.
You start swamming backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Roger that. Okay, so ending your turn brings us to Thug 1.
Don't worry, Madronix. It'll be your turn eventually.
He's still just waiting very patiently for his
Like-
intimidation tactics to.
You- Very much like you're like, well, the dagger's not in his shoulder now, and you're just standing there watching.
So first, Lackey is going to run and then jump.
Cannonball.
Jumping over Madronix,
Oh
and
Jesus!
and impacting you, Malcolm.
Okay.
Dagger out.
Oh boy,
So that is a natural 16 to hit.
that hits.
That is a 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Nix, the sign says no splashing. He's breaking the rules.
Okay, that's gonna end his turn, bringing us to Mitch.
Fucking Mitch.
What a dick.
Mitch the bitch.
I knew a Mitch when I was growing up. He was an asshole too.
He's gonna stand back up on the side of the bath and gonna just give a big old smirk as he starts fiddling around with the dagger's handle. He's gonna take a couple steps back and then end his turn. Bring it. Astonishingly, Madronix, they all rolled better than your 0.
What?
I don't believe it.
No.
Your dice is weighted. There's no way you could have rolled better than that.
Or divine intervention, maybe.
So that brings us to the blue, who's going to go ahead and take the the flank.
Fucking Billy, the Blue Ranger over here.
This is just going to, because he's currently right there, is on the outside of the bath. So he's just going to do an unarmored attack on you. He's going to try and kick you in the face.
It's not gonna be hard.
A 14?
14 hits.
Okie dokie. Unarmed, his strength. 2 damage.
Well, you know what my unarmored strike damage is?
Oh, sorry, I got to roll
Oh.
for sneak attack.
Not with an unarmed strike.
Is it just?
The specific
It just says
weapon property needs to be
finesse.
finesse
Okay,
or
yeah,
range.
You're
Yeah.
good.
Ooh.
That'll end his turn, bringing us to red.
What if he does it while he's doing a sick dance move? Does that count as finesse? Because if I punch this guy and I like bust a move while I'm doing it, I'm hoping I get some sneak attack damage. Otherwise, he's just gonna laugh.
This guy's name is Brett.
I said red.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got Billy, Jason, or Tommy and Jason, and Mitch.
Wow. That sounds like a really bad golf club.
Boom.
Just the most trash boy band ever. Billy, Tommy, Jason, and Mitch.
Mitch is the bad boy.
He's gonna end his turn there, bringing us to Madronix.
Mithranix, in response to being punched in the face.
Kicked in the face.
Yeah, I was about to say it was a
Oh, shit, he
kick.
kicked in the face. Excuse me. He's just going to look at it and it's like, you have no idea who you're fucking with. And yeah, honestly, I think his best move here is he is going to let it build up from inside, and he is going to do a loud dragon's roar. So they all need to make wisdom saving throws.
Where's it? All right, first one's red. Wisdom.
Come on, Tommy or Jason.
That's a 15 for red. It's a 17 for green.
Tommy.
Jeez.
It's a 20 for blue. And a 16 for Mitch.
Fuck you, Mitch.
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, seriously, all of them beat a DC 15. All of them.
That's pretty impressive.
Actually,
You remember that we're only level 5, right?
these guys are only level 3.
Oh.
Except for Mitch, he's a level 4.
Sorry, I'm just reeling how absolutely nuts that is. Incidentally, did Tamperley hear that?
Did I hear that?
I mean,
was hoping I heard that.
you see, you probably heard something, but you're not sure what it was. It's not. It's
I
two.
mean, I've heard him do that before.
Yeah, but it's also 2 rows of. I mean, you see the map. It's 2. Look how many people
Yeah.
you're surrounded by. It's 2 thick walls, long corridors.
I'm assuming those people are talking to each other.
They're talking
me.
to Tamberley, yeah.
Oh, the women? Yeah, of course the women are talking to each other.
Wow.
Uh,
Wow. Just kidding.
Look, Tamberley said it last time, okay?
Sure.
It was okay, she said it first.
I'm just glad I'm able to show you how many women are on that side comparatively.
Yeah. It's like the ultimate slumber bath party over here.
Where's
yeah.
the locker room at?
Hey, when me and Halver went, was it that empty for the men's side as well?
No, like I said, it seemed that everyone cleared out when Mitch came in.
Oh, okay.
I said all attendees and attendants had left.
Okay.
Okay. Dornix, rest of your turn.
Well, there's something else I could do, but all right, Mitranix is going to, yeah, he'll go ahead and pop over here next to Malcolm. So if he wants to take opportunity, he can.
Blue guy? Yeah. Make a swipe. That is a 14 to hit.
14 still hits.
It's still just the 2 damage.
At least you haven't gotten stabbed yet.
These ones seem to have more balls as he ends his turn.
I got stabbed by this guy and by this guy.
Anything else, Nix?
No, that's it for his turn.
Okay, Malcolm, you are up.
Do they all have daggers?
The only ones you've seen have daggers are Mitch and the green guy.
Okay. So, Tommy and Mitch, got it. 5. Go ahead. I'm gonna get that attack of opportunity from the red guy.
You'll get it from the red and the green.
Oh shit, I'm gonna get stabbed again.
So that's for the red guy. That's a 19 to hit, and for the green guy, that is a.
If it's over a 14, it's a hit.
Okay, that's a 17 to hit.
How much?
Dagger is only 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then 2 for the red guy. Bludgeoning.
6. All right. Am I still poisoned for some reason?
Well, that was your dragonborn rations.
Yeah. Are we still poisoned?
Technically, yes, but it doesn't have the same effect as poison.
Okay, just making sure. All right, so that's not pleasant. That's 5, 10. We'll call that 10 feet. That would be 15. That would be 30, right?
Yeah, because you're getting out.
Okay. So, I'm going to get an attack of opportunity from the blue guy.
He already attack opportunity Madonix.
Oh, perfect. Nyx, I'm sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I might be able to get weapons and change this a little bit. They don't want you, they want me.
So just so you know, this is the opening.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Because I thought that I could get out here and go down and like shout at Tamberlay, but Nyx, I'm gonna get something sharp. I'll be right back.
Okay. Ending Malcolm Stern brings us to the green guy.
I'm bleeding. Oh shit, they're probably rogues too. They can probably move as fast as I can. Motherfucker.
Swashbucklers as well.
Oh boy.
Fancy footwork, work.
Goddamn pirates.
Okay, green guy gonna try to attack you. Oh, that's a natural 20.
No, fuck.
Luckily, it's only D4, so we're doubling, so that only makes it a 7 points of piercing. And with his fancy footwork, he is going to ten, 20. Making sure I'm doing my math right.
If he's got 30 feet, he can make it to right where I'm at. Plus 10 feet. Because I came from right here, and I was able to make it to here.
Okay. Ending green's turn. Brings us to Mitch. Kind of watches you run by and finishes what he was doing to his dagger. And now on his dagger, he has wrapped up this. It almost looks like boxing tape. Like hand wrap tape. And he's wrapped it around the handle of the dagger as he throws the dagger at you. Yeah, that's a natural 19.
Yep, that hits.
So that is 4 points of piercing. Wow, only 3 points of sneak attack.
I would not forget your reactions.
Yeah. Oh, where is it? The thing I'm thinking of. Dodge, or whatever. Been so long since... Uncanny dodge, yeah. For that one.
Okay.
So,
And with that, he's gonna yank on the tape and pull the dagger back to him. Okay. That is and he uses bonus action to move around you.
So that was 4 and 3, you said?
Yeah.
So reduce it to 3 or 4.
Reduce it to 4.
Okay.
You'll get an oppo attack. Oh wait, no, you have to use your reaction for uncanny dodge, so you don't get the opportunity to.
Yep.
All right. Ending his turn brings us to Blue. He's gonna get in the water. Take a swing. That is only a 7 to hit.
Amazingly, that misses.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's gonna end his turn, bringing us to red. It's almost a natural one, but that becomes a 13.
13 hits.
All right, and so that's 2 damage. Okay, ending his turn brings us to you, Nyx.
All right. So I'm just double checking one thing before I ask about this.
Is your breath attack conical or a straight line?
Well, no, it's not. It has anything to do with that. I had to use my breath weapon to try to fear them.
Oh, balls.
Now, when I originally looked this up, the week that all this happened, I got a very confusing tweet on the ruling for this. But so I'm just going to ask for your opinion for our games. Unarmed strikes and divine smite.
Let me look 1 second.
Basically, the confusing tweet that I found. It's like, oh yeah, unarmed strikes are considered melee weapon attacks. But then that very same tweet, one sentence later, says it doesn't apply to divine smite. Hence the confusion.
Yeah, no, if it specifies melee weapon attack, then it has to be a weapon. Unarmed strikes don't count as weapons.
But that's the weird part about that tweet, though, is that he said that the unarmed strikes were melee, like making an unarmed strike is a melee weapon attack. That's the problem I have.
Okay,
as far as like
possibly he messed up putting weapon in there. Maybe he was just saying it was a melee attack, because even in D&D Beyond, it's considered a melee attack. So I really don't know, but in D&D Beyond, it's considered a melee attack and not a melee weapon. So that would mean it does not count.
All right.
I would say if like you ended up doing, I would say if
awkward way possible.
Well, I was gonna say if you ended up doing something like taking like the tavern brawler feat, then you're starting to like make it a weapon. So then I would have a little bit more like, okay, yeah, I'd allow that.
Or be a monk.
It just means I have to do this the slow way. So Mithrinix is going to, as a bonus action, use Hunter's Mark on... We'll go with Blue since he kicked him in the face first.
Okay.
And then he will punch him.
All right, go for it.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. I don't know why I have to scroll this far. The 16?
Yep. They are armorless as well.
So it'll be a flat 4 plus 1.
Roger that. Ending your turn there?
That's all I can do presently.
Roger that. Ending Nyx's turn brings us to Malcolm.
I can get to there. But I'd have to take an opportunity from him.
All right.
I was trying to expedite the process, so I counted the whole time while we were doing this like 6 times to make sure.
That's a natural 15.
That's A hit.
Max damage, so 7 points.
Uncanny dodge.
4.
Okay. And then next round I will see if I can find some stuff.
And I'm guessing you gave Mitch a wide berth.
Yeah.
Roger that.
Because I would have gone basically to here and then up at a diagonal
Yeah,
like that.
skirted around him.
Yeah.
Roger that. All right. Bringing us to green.
Fucking Tommy. Nobody likes you, Tommy. Go away, Tommy. Take your little flute and summon your Zord.
You say that, but he is holding a dagger.
I know. That's why I said it. It works perfectly. The only one that I've seen with a dagger other than Mitch is the green one. All of a sudden the blue guy pulls out some side blades and the red one pulls out a sword.
All right, it's gonna be dagger time.
Of course it is.
Luckily, with the advantage, that makes it a 15 instead of a 9.
Still a hit.
Luckily.
So that is 5 points of piercing with 8 points of sneak attack.
Okay. I'm down.
All right. Malcolm is down, ending Mitch's turn. Blue and red are going to start punching. Blue hitting first. That's natural 16 to hit, so 2 damage to you, Madronix.
I'll just tell you that the magic number is 9.
Ouch.
9 HP?
No, 9 AC.
Ouch. Okay.
Look,
yeah.
I don't have a dexterity bonus.
Yeah, I got you,
I
I
have
got
a
you.
negative dexterity bonus.
Yeah, second
This-
one.
This is the only time in my life I will ever have a higher AC than Madronix.
That's a 16, so that's another 2 points of bludgeoning damage for Madronix.
That means if you and I fought naked, I have a better chance of hitting you than you hitting me.
I wouldn't go that far. All right, that ends.
But I can only do 0 damage.
Sure. Ending their turn, Nyx, you're up.
Alright, I'll roll this twice. Alright, didn't
Oh.
have to. So...
The Hunter's Mark falls.
Madronix is going to... So, once again, Hunter's Mark the blue guy and try to punch him again.
Go for it. It hits.
14. Alright, so that'll be another 4 plus...
Yay.
Oh, that was an 8. Damn it.
Dang it.
I hate you, eyes. Okay,
Yay.
close enough. 5. So it'll be a total of 9 bludgeoning.
Roger that. Because these guys are too low level that they don't have uncanny dodge.
And that's literally all I can do, so...
Roger that. Ending Nyx's turn. Brings us to the top of the round, the layer action. Tamberlane, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I am the layer action. Ah, fuck you. 4.
All right. Bringing
That
us
sucked.
to Malcolm, go ahead and give me a death saving throw.
Yep.
It's a save. You're into the green guy as you've fallen down, which says, "Go fucking help out the others. I got this." So he's coming back. Mitch is going to take his turn. He's going to roll an investigation check. So he's just fucking whispering over your body. Fucking always running, piece of shit. Come on, you gotta have something on you. He starts searching through your stuff.
Literally naked.
Well, you've run to your stuff, so he's now looking through your stuff. They're naked. They know where their stuff's at. There's only you and Madronix's stuff. Madronix's stuff is pretty obvious that it's a big Dragonborn's things. All right. Blue and red's turn to do some punchy punch. It's a natural 20, so that's 4 for the first one. Yeah, it's a 13 for the second one, so 2 for that one. And then it's back to you, Nix.
Alright, gonna roll this first. Motherfucker!
Again?
I can't do any damage. This is my only extra source of damage. This is actually frustrating. Anyway. Okay, I'm gonna cast it a third time and try to punch him.
Alright. That
Wait,
hits.
where are we right now?
You guys are back at the Iron Hearth having drinks.
Right, so
Oh,
he
no.
takes another 9 bludgeoning.
Ooh, he's barely holding on.
Halvard and Feather are just having a grand old time drinking and eating.
Okay.
Oh, that's it for my turn then.
Roger that. Malcolm, another death save. That's 2 fails.
And bonus action, bleed out.
Alright. Brings us to green guy. He'd have to use everything to get to there. Brings us to Mitch. He's pocketing all your gold.
What a dick.
You don't have to minus it just yet, but
Good thing I keep it all in my asshole.
first place he checked. Come on.
I forgot we were on the same boat.
All right. Yeah. So he's just looking through the rest of your stuff as well. Bringing us to blue and red. Blue. Oh, that misses, but that hits us at 13. So 2 points more of damage. And then red misses with an 8. Bringing us to you, Nix.
I'm sorry, did one of those hit?
The blue guy did, yeah.
Okay.
So only 2 points of damage.
The damage isn't what I'm worried about.
Good thing you're a strong boy.
If you, oh my god!
Okay.
You know, just
can I check to see just if it's
roll like
broken?
5 times, yeah.
Because that is fucking ridiculous.
There's no way you should have gotten the same thing. Like-
Okay, apparently I'm just really fucking unlucky.
That was like statistically unheard of.
It's all right. In our other group, someone rolled 7 natural ones.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't get many spell slots. And I don't get to use them for what I really want to. So you can understand the frustration here.
Oh yeah. No, it definitely sucks.
That was literally just barely. You did it 4 times in a row, or 3 times in a row, right?
Yeah, it's like specifically for the concentration checks.
Yeah.
That has a statistical probability of less or just barely above 0.01%.
Yeah, go buy a lottery ticket.
No, this is proof that I should not be buying a lottery ticket. Anyway, all right,
Luckily, he's
No, I'm just gonna-
barely hanging on.
yeah, but I actually have to hit though. All right, 4 damage.
All right, and you crush in his nose, and he just goes floating backwards into the water before hitting the side of the bath.
All right. I think. Just trying to think. Actually, I forget. Is that a bonus action? Sorry, I just needed to check this other one. Okay, no, that is an action, so that's not doable. All right. There's.
Well, you did your action and bonus action this turn already.
Well, no, I didn't.
Oh, yeah,
bother-
yeah, no, you
I
didn't use
bother
your-
casting
yeah.
Hunter's Mark. I'll go ahead and. Yeah, at the very least, I'll just move here. They can make an opportunity attack.
Watch that. Single roll. He's meleeing. So that is a... Yeah, that's a 13. So just 2 more.
Yeah. And now I'll end my turn.
All right. Ending Ix's turn brings us to the top of the round. Timberlake, go ahead and give me a perception check. You notice a few of the women are currently staring past you. Some of the ones that were just talking to you, staring past you and looking in the room past. You kind of turn around looking to see what's got everyone's attention. And you see a bunch of guys are currently in this like holding room. There's a few feet of the female attendants that are currently like putting up their arms and like pushing them back. And with that perception check, you hear, yeah, I really don't want to be over there right now. There's a couple people getting fucking killed. Can we please just hide out in here? Please don't. I don't want to go over there.
Wait, and sprint. 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70 feet to there. And that is my turn.
All right. Go ahead and roll initiative for now. Actually, I'll just put you at the 20 slot.
Okay, I rolled a 7 when you told everybody to do initiative.
Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. Since you heard on the layer, you'll go on the layer.
Okay.
Bring us to Malcolm.
I'm working on it. Yep.
Oh,
right.
Jesus.
Goodbye.
All right. right, bring us to the green guy. Just gonna give a stabby stab to you, Madronix. That is a 14 to hit, but it is only 4 points of piercing. It's gonna rotate there. Then Mitch, blue's incapacitated, bring us to red. Yeah, that's a 13, so that's another 2 points of damage. And then it's your turn next.
Alright. I'm just going to see at this point if I can manhandle that dagger out of Green's hand.
Okay, so athletics or acrobatics against their athletics or acrobatics.
Because this is
They
starting to
rolled a
get
20.
really silly.
Okay, so you're able to grab the wrist and yank the dagger out of the hand. Be considered your attack.
Yeah. And Mithrinix is going to just like glare at Green Guy, holding out his branded hand. I so swear by the blade of my sword, my enemy before me shall be no more. As he casts his vow of enmity onto Green.
Roger that.
And that's an action bonus action.
Gotcha. Ending Nix's turn. Brings us back to the top of the round. Timberlake.
Daesh. And done.
Roger that. Bring us back to Green, who's going to try and wrangle it out of your hand. So go ahead and give me athletics or acrobatics.
You realize this is going to be very silly after a certain point, right?
Yep. All right. He's got the dagger back.
Well, we get to play this game, TM. Congratulations.
And brings us to Red, who is just going to punch Zabakio head with a 16, so 2 more points of damage. And then back to you, Nix.
I'm just going to do it again. I'm
Go
going to
for
make
it.
this as boring as possible.
Thugs aren't smart.
Yeah.
That is a 19 from him.
25.
So you kind of like reach out and like grip the wrist hard and almost pop the dagger out like a pimple from his hand.
Turn it.
All right. Timberlake?
I'm gonna go over to the lockers, grab my gloves and my axe,
Okay.
and then use the rest of my movement 20, 25, 30, 35 to make it to there.
Okay. You do see this opening right here is just blocked by kind of like a mid-hanging
Beads.
curtain.
This one? Or
Yeah, both
the
the
one
one,
that I'm
you're
in?
going through plus the one across the way.
Imagine wooden beads at like one of those massage parlors that you can
Oh,
go
yeah.
to in like a strip mall.
Oh yeah, totally. Except it's fabric,
Oh, even better.
but it's like knotted fabric.
It's just strands of fabric.
Yeah. But you do see a large pool of blood on the other side.
Okay.
Bringing us to Green. He's just going to punch instead. That is a 15 to hit, so 2 points. That brings us to Red. That's a 12 to hit, so another 2 points. And Nix, it's you.
make my life easier and just took that out. There we go. So yeah, it's going for a stab at green.
Okay. That hits.
And he's getting the level 2 Divine Smite, because fuck him, specifically.
Alright.
So there's a 10 plus... You know, we'll go ahead and just use the level 2, because I'm not using them for anything else right now. Wait, did I type that right? I hate my eyesight, I swear. Oh wait, no, I'll keep it till level 1. I might have a use for the level 2 later. So it'll be wait, no, that's 48. Oh, now that I lowered it, I can actually just do the thing. So it'll be for a total of 27 damage.
That's enough as you reach out and jab the dagger into the dude's throat. Pulling it out, blood squirting everywhere as he kind of just bobs back into the water and sinks below, filling the pool with nice red gushing blood.
And then Medrynix turns to red. And ends his turn.
Alright. Ending Nix's turn. Timberlake.
Right, dashing. And I'll look around at Malcolm's body and this guy going through his stuff and say, "What the hell is going on here?"
Well, actually, you don't see that. As now you have made it through, you see currently Malcolm spread over this blood everywhere on the bench that he's next to and him on the floor. But this individual, Mitch, is currently just stabbing him repeatedly in the stomach. Just yelling at him, "You fucking thief, you fucking hurt everything!" You come in and start screaming, and he just points the bloody, and as he's covered in blood, and just points it at you. You fucking with this piece of shit.
No, I'll be fucking with you though, and I will rage as a bonus action.
Roger that. Okay, ending your turn.
That's it.
Alright, brings us to Mitch. Not fucking worth it. And he's going to dip.
The hell? I got all excited and everything.
Let's see.
Ending his turn brings us to red. That is a 10 to hit, so 2 damage.
Yep.
Your turn.
And he's once again going in for the stab.
That hits.
20 to hit. And since he's looking to finally quicken this up, this will be Divine Smite at level 2. So 16 Radiant on top of 9 Piercing.
With that, you slam the dagger into his chest, letting out this holy light behind it, charring the opening inside, leaving this interesting black and red color to the water as his body sinks below the surface.
Disrespect me. And I guess he'll just use... this water is difficult terrain, you said, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 10, 20, 25... Sorry. Yeah, 25, 30. As he starts making his way, since I assume he saw them moving toward the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're out of initiative now.
Okay. So yeah, I guess as Mithranix starts moving his way into the storage lockers, he sees...
Amberley holding Malcolm. This is how I found him. I guess. Well, that guy wasn't very nice, I guess, and unfortunately, I don't think there's anything you can do. He's a pretty big mess.
Mithranix is going to... even though I'm the player, no, this is futile. Mithranix is going to to press his hand into his shoulder and burn the ever-loving fuck out of him with lay on hands. Even though I know it's not going to work, but
Okay.
come on, wake the fuck up.
The lay on hands seems to make a bit of difference of the viscera that is his entrails, but it's nowhere near enough.
Walks over and kicks one of the benches.
Chunks of stone flying off from the kick.
Well, I will get up and I will go and find an attendant. It seems that you let some unsavory people in here and they have made a mess. Would you please come in here and clean it up? And I would suggest getting a bouncer or a bodyguard or something to watch the door next time. Because thanks to you, one of my friends is dead.
The first male attendant that's kind of watching the entrance, make sure no one comes in to the female side, kind of looks down at you and goes, "We did have an attendant." And he points down the middle row of so on the way to the personal baths, you see another pool of blood. As it seems, whatever muscle that they had here, they dispatched with first before coming over.
Oh, it looks like you weren't getting your money's worth. And I will go put on my clothes, and then I will go back and I will make sure Nyx is still standing up. And I will I will see if I can find something to cover Malcolm with, and then pick him up and start heading back to the Iron Hearth.
Trying to preserve my dignity a little bit, even in death.
There are the attendants do try and help start mopping and moving Malcolm reverently enough, and help you out with almost looks like a tablecloth or possibly some sort of cover that they put over some of the larger benches that's able to keep him together for a short trip.
Although Mithranix, especially as one of the attendants, is starting to, I guess, start to clean up after his mess, he's going to menacingly point at one of them. You. Quick question. Were these guys also naked, or were they just wearing clothes?
The attendants?
No, the ones that attacked us.
Oh yeah, they were all toweled up.
Okay. You. Where
Yeah.
are their things?
Probably somewhere in the front. I'm not sure.
Bring me to them. I need to know if we can find out where they came from.
All right. He starts walking back to the front and is like curiously looking around the locker room area, and is like, well, "These are the only things left over." And he kind of points to a single locker that has a bunch of clothes.
I guess Mithranix will look through the clothes to see if he can find anything identifying or otherwise unique.
Okay, make an investigation check.
But seeing these rolls tonight, better than I expected. 18.
The only thing you find is on a single shirt. And the only thing that makes it really stand out to you, because there are plenty of nautical themed things throughout these items. One of them is what looks to be the head of a large octopus. And the only reason that sticks out to you is because of the tentacle tattoos that Malcolm has.
Mithranix just takes the shirt, looks at it, I'm taking this.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, and runs away.
It's like, cause this Dragonborn's like covered in like 3 men's blood and is just
Blood and different things. Yeah.
But he will also redress himself, and I don't know if Tamberley
Waited for you.
So you and I need to talk about Malcolm.
What do you mean?
How long have you known him?
I pretty much just met him right before we headed over to oh god, everything's in the way. Over to Nurg to get the job. I mean, we just kind of he'd been around for a little while, like a month or so, but I didn't really know much about him.
So then you never knew him as, thinking on it, Johnny.
No, I've never heard that name before, or at least nobody calling him that.
Those men, they seem to be very insistent that Malcolm was some man named Johnny.
Hmm.
And as he kind of like takes the shirt that he had collected and presents the mark he found, and I couldn't help but notice that one of the men responsible has this symbol. Malcolm has the same tattoo.
Oh. Did you check the other bodies to see if they have the same tattoos too?
I'm assuming, like, as they were just floating in the water, there was nothing really to see.
I mean, on them, they have a myriad of different tattoos, some very poorly done, some very well done. But a lot of them are nautical themed to a degree, but there are plenty of other tattoos as well. It doesn't seem that these... If Malcolm's a canvas to work off of, it doesn't seem they probably ran in the same circles, and you never saw Mitch's entirety at least be able to inspect anything, so...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys could be or couldn't be. You're not 100%.
Well, I suggest we bring that with us just in case we have to find out either what that, like, what it represents, or if it's, I don't know, the name of a ship or some kind of weird crew that people run with. I don't know. But I'd like to get his body at least back to the Iron Hearth.
Yes, and we'll need to inform the others as well. And he just starts walking.
I'll follow. We make our way back.
All right. It's not that long of a walk until you finally make it back to the Iron Hearth.
Walk in. Ferdinand was the guy at the front desk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he still there when we walk in?
Yeah.
Okay. I will walk up to him with the body. We had a little trouble at the bathhouse, and unfortunately, we kind of lost one of the members of our group. I don't know if the Iron
so
Hearth
sorry.
has like. I mean, do y'all have like I don't know, something special when a member dies or something like that? I don't know what to. Honestly, I don't know what to do with the body.
like funeral rites or something like that. No, we don't. We just do the whole warriors pyre situation.
What does that mean?
Put them on a bunch of sticks and light it on fire.
Oh, okay. Pyre. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
thought you said warrior hire. I'm like, who we hiring? But yeah, I understand now. Yeah. I think that would be best for now.
Okay, I can set that up. Yes, of course. I usually do it on the roof.
Okay. Yeah, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Do I take the body up there, or do you take it up there?
Oh
or-
yes, please. If you've already got it on your shoulder, like I see you do, please take it all the way to the top.
All right. And I will. I mean, I've never been past the first floor, so how do I get up there?
Continue going up the stairs until it stops, and then there'll be a door at the very top.
And I will make my way up there. Nix, do you want to
just
tell
for
everybody
the
else what
record.
happened?
Just for the record, like basically Malcolm was 100% cleaned out of anything he owned. Just
Yeah,
okay, just making absolutely sure.
yeah. Mitch.
But I also checked to see if his stuff was taken too.
No, he was not searching through your stuff, so your stuff's all fine.
It was mostly just at the same location, so he would think to check. But anyway.
Yeah, no,
sorry,
definitely. And
continue.
no, but Malcolm's stuff has all been grabbed because of he was looking for stuff, and just in case something has a clue on it, he wanted to take it with him, and he had plenty of rounds to just gather as much as he wanted to.
Did he take like my sword and my armor and all that jazz too?
Yep.
Oh man, that sucks for you guys. That was a cool sword.
Yeah.
And my Hellfire dagger.
Yep. He was basically putting on all your stuff.
Assuming we're gonna go and kill him anyway, so.
What a
we can
douche
find
waffle.
him.
But anyway.
It's easier than holding it in his hands. Hence why all of his stuff was left behind as well.
What a douche waffle.
Well, if you're going to be a douche, you might as well be a douche waffle.
As opposed to a douche pancake.
Exactly.
I know.
Or a douche flapjack.
Ugh.
Or a douche crepe. God, douche crepes are the worst.
Getting to the top, you do see that there is an iron skeleton of where a pyre would go. And so you have a place to lay Malcolm's body on top.
I will very gosh, how do I put this? As respectful as possible, clean him up.
To a degree, yeah. It's more of just kind of like putting the intestines back and
Right.
wrapping a bit around the waist so stuff's just not slawing out.
Damn, they really did a number on you. Looking at him, like while I'm kind of trying to clean him up and put him back together, is there anything else besides that tattoo? I mean, I haven't even seen the tattoo. Are there any markings or anything like that that I haven't,
No, I mean, just beyond the small scars that he's got along his back for what we talked about last time, his floggings. No, not really.
And what does this octopus look like?
Well, you don't see the actual head of it anywhere. It's just the tentacles going in and out of waves that go down both of his arms to just right at the beginning of his wrists. He just usually wears a long sleeve shirt, so.
Maybe seen the beginnings of it, but never the whole thing. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. And I will smooth out his features and like do a little something to his hair, and then head back down to the rest of the group.
Just as you're heading back down, there's that one point that all dead bodies end up doing.
Oh, yeah.
And Madronix. It's hard to find Halvard and Fez. Actually, Fez is pretty easy to find. It's hard to find Halvard. Halvard, you are currently stuck in the water closet, as the unholy godness of whatever you have eaten is now deciding to violently exit yourself.
Oh, I see.
Those Dragonborn rations come back with a vengeance.
Yep,
But,
I knew this day was coming. I didn't know it was today.
but Tamberlay, you get the same effect of being around a body that has this concoction inside of it that then releases.
Oh shit. Oh. Shit. Everywhere. Oh my god. Looks like another cleaning, and I will take one of the leather straps out of. How am I going to do this?
Albert, I just imagine it burns the same way as when Nyx heals you.
I will rip a couple clean pieces of the cloth, if there is any left, off of it and shove it up my nose and go downstairs, grab a bucket of water, and head back up and start cleaning all over again. Shit.
As you're walking by, Mithranix is just pounding on the bathroom door. Baby, what is happening in there? Are you being attacked as well? I can hear your screams of agony.
Halvard.
Sorry, what's it?
He's bounding on the door saying, "Are you getting attacked as well?" He can hear your screams of agony.
Yes, my own body. Oh god. Go on without me. I'm not sure if I'll survive this.
Just blinks for a moment and then calls out to Tamberlay, "We may need to provide 2 funerals."
Well, I'm busy enough with one right now, but I will get to it when I get to it.
Oh god, here it comes. Oh.
That is just lovely. Ferdinand, you wouldn't happen to have a bucket, would you?
Currently carrying like large pieces of wood to start the pyre. Yes, we have a few. That's
Just point me in the direction and then the nearest well.
if you just go down to the front desk behind it, there's a decent sized bucket there, and 2 doors down behind the desk there is a room in which we have some well water already stocked.
I'll do that. And if I see Fez, I'll grab him.
After drinking a bit, Fez is probably in the room.
I'm by the bar.
Still drinking.
Honey, can you come over here and help me for a bit? It's been a long afternoon.
Look at you. Look at my bear. Look back at you.
You can bring it with
Stand
you.
up and walk to you. What's up?
Well, it looks like we ran afoul of, well, Malcolm ran afoul of a couple of old friends, and they decided to, how do I put this? Collect on debts with his life. Basically, they killed him. So, yeah, so we are going to have a service upstairs where we're going to burn the body. If you'd like to help, you're more than welcome. If not, I understand. I mean, we haven't all known each other that long, but you know,
So after the funeral, we're gonna go and kill these guys.
I mean, we could, but I'd rather drink first and then think about that later.
I hand you my drink. Here you go.
I appreciate that.
Alright, I'm gonna get the fire lit.
Yeah, well, we have to set it up first, and I gotta clean them up. You know, dead bodies, bowels, all that stuff. Dragonborn rations. I hear Halvard isn't having a good time of it either.
I expect not. I'll help with the pyre, get everything ready. You do what you need to do.
Alright, I appreciate that.
No worries. I'm gonna go help with the pyre.
All right. As Timberlake goes to get the bucket of water, and you go up to the top, you get out there, and Ferdinand is currently off the side of the building, just throwing up. As you come up and smell the most horrible of smells, something akin to some dead animal that's been rotting for a few days in the forest.
I ignore it and start setting up the pyre.
And he makes it worse.
Yeah. Ferdinand's just like, oh god. They don't. Ugh. Oh god.
Fraz wasn't up there to find out what was this about. He was told to set up the pyre.
Yep.
So he's doing what he's told.
Easy enough to do. Eventually, Temperley, you come back up, and some of the fire has already been started.
Ferdinand, if you want to go downstairs, honey, it's fine.
Okay, yes, no problem. Bye.
And I will start
minute.
cleaning again.
Wasn't Malcolm... Wait, was Malcolm up here or with you?
Malcolm was
Who's
already on the
upstairs?
pyre.
Okay. Well, I was gonna wait to set it on fire. I was gonna wait for everyone else to get here.
Oh, I thought I hadn't. I thought I had not put him on the pyre yet because you said it was a skeleton of it.
Well,
I
yeah,
thought I
but
was just setting up the wood for it.
Yeah.
for anyone who's done a pyre, you definitely want to. You make the skeleton first, then you put the body on it, then you fill it up with sticks.
Oh, right. Okay.
But I wasn't gonna set it on fire until everyone else was here.
Okay, well, when you
Yeah.
set it on fire, it makes a lovely smell.
Alright.
And Adonic's still standing outside the bathroom. Pull yourself together, baby, and get upstairs.
I'll make my way down. After a little while of them not coming up. Halvard, honey, are you all right?
No. God.
Well, I don't want to get worse or anything, but somebody pretty much murdered Malcolm, and we are having a bonfire upstairs in his memory. Do you think you could pull yourself together for about an hour?
DM, how
Make a
confident
con
how-
save.
Oh shoot.
Because Halford had twice as many rations of the Dragonborn variety that Malcolm had.
I might be joining him in a second. Okay, I got a 19.
You can pinch it off for a bit.
All right. I'm gonna try. Hold it. It's gonna be like maybe 10 minutes. I'll shoot for the stars.
go
I'm
as
probably
fast as
going
you
to be
can.
landing on the moon.
That's fine. Nix, can you help him up? He doesn't look so good.
He's definitely walking bow-legged.
So Come here, baby. As he just kind of like essentially like picks him up by the back of his armor and starts carrying him.
Yeah, we'll make our way up and get this over with as fast as possible. It's about twilight, right? It's not like afternoon or anything, is it?
Yeah, no, it's getting
Because we've
pretty
already had
dark.
dinner. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's like right at like the edge of dusk. Dinner's early, always at the Iron Hearth.
All right, Fez, honey, do your thing. Oh, and Halvard, plug your
Yep.
nose.
Got it.
Fez used to smells from forest fires. So, burn your hands. I'm gonna aim away from the building. Point it up.
Okay,
So I'm gonna hit the pyre.
roger that.
Basically. Yeah.
Ignites it, starts it, and you guys get the lovely new smell of not only flesh burning, but the smell of whatever was left inside of him, of that dragonborn ration, now on fire.
Now,
Personally,
is
I'm
there
glad that
any
it came out of
chance?
him.
Is there any
Huh?
chance I could use prestidigitation to like make a pleasant smell instead, like covering my nose?
Sure, you can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and make a con save.
Okay. That is 12.
You're like, oh god, that smells so much better. And then all of a sudden you realize you focused just a little too long on that spell instead of holding things in.
Oh no.
And you make a fast break for it.
Gotta go by.
He tried.
Such disrespect.
I'm surprised he actually made it up the stairs.
Yeah,
He
from the
did
way
it.
he was
I had to
sounding.
carry him.
I'm gonna haunt the shit out of you, Halvard.
He wants that.
I think you're already working on it.
Don't worry, most of the shit's already out.
Can you imagine if all that stayed in there and then we heated him up? He would have exploded.
Halvard's,
Ugh.
Halvard's in the bathroom right now, and all he hears in his ears, expert.
Oh god.
Would anyone like to offer any words for the fallen?
Yeah, sure. I didn't know him very long, but I did know him. And it was one of those relationships that you just kind of thank somebody for because he was, I don't know, he was a good man, even though he tried to get himself killed more than once. Um, but he'll be missed for sure.
Looks to Fez.
I'm honestly surprised he lasted this long. Between him and Halberd, I'm surprised either of them lasted this long. But don't worry, Malcolm. We'll send your friend to join you soon enough.
Then Metronix will speak up. I will be the first to admit that I underestimated his potential as a warrior. Frankly, for a certain amount of time, he ranked below baby. But slowly he showed his prowess, both on and off the battlefield, as well as his resilience to keep moving forward. These are qualities that every warrior wishes is to behold into themselves. Make no mistake, though he may be gone, we'll be rest assured that those who sent them there will soon be joining him. Upon this I swear. And with that, I'm not precisely sure what the rest of the party will be doing, but Mitranix won't be moving from his position until the body has completely burned.
Yeah, I was
Dying.
gonna move
That's
either.
what I'll
Just
be
gonna
doing. Dying.
Dying.
I'm sitting here, fire safety.
Yeah, I was gonna hunker down and like put my back to the wall and just wait.
It takes a while, especially with all the extra methane gas that gets to get burnt. But
Mhm.
eventually, the fires die down. All that's left is ash and the metal skeleton of the pyre. And it's kind of awkward because almost in a sort of body fashion, the ash still resides on top of the pyre, but eventually a strong enough breeze sweeps through and kind of hits it and makes all the ash fall. Last sort of real goodbye. That's it.
And I will go downstairs and begin to drink heavily.
I'll dismantle the skeleton and put everything away.
Oh no, the skeleton stays.
Oh,
That's just a
Oh,
constant thing they have up here in case needed.
then I head downstairs. As I walk by, any information about the guy who did this?
I didn't get his name. I saw him real quick. He was stabbing Malcolm, and then right when I ran in, he ran out. He just took off with all of Malcolm's stuff.
Madronix?
Also, just for clarity, it's like I know we were calling him Mitch above table, but I don't actually remember if he referred to himself as Mitch.
Yeah.
Okay, just making doubly sure. So, the one who got away, he referred to himself as Mitch.
Is he a leader of a group? Is he part of a group?
It is unclear. The only notable thing I found on their belongings was this, and then he'll produce the shirt with the octopus head on it. Other than that, I have nothing to go on.
Mm-hmm. Let's ask around then. See what we can get.
Yeah, that's a tomorrow thing. I mean, it's getting close to the middle of the night. We're gonna need some sleep anyway. And that being said, boys, I'm heading to bed. I'll check on Halvard on my way. I'll make my way up to the to the latrine to see if Halvard's still even in there, or if he's awake, or if he's passed out of dehydration or some what.
He is asleep in the water closet.
That's what I thought. Is he still like? I mean,
He's breathing.
Okay. I will help him out and take him to bed.
Okay. Putting him in the room, and then making sure he's tucked in, but not too tightly, in case he needs to jump up and get out again.
I'll make sure there's a bedpan within reach.
A godsend, a true godsend.
And then I will head to my room and go to bed.
It's an interesting little thing for you, Tamberley, since it was only you and Malcolm sharing this room. You kind of walk in, close the door behind you, and turn around and see the other beds in here, because these rooms were meant for 3 people apiece. And you and Malcolm had chosen which beds you guys were going to have. kind of take a moment to walk past Malcolm's bed. And though you didn't know him too much, it's the only person that ever like got you out of where you were. So, like, kind of I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for you. Whether that's good or bad, it's at least different. He was always one to say yes to the wildest idea, and kind of gets you smiling. You kind of just go up to the pillow and just pat it, just saying like, "If you want to fight anymore," and then as you pat the pillow underneath the pillowcase, you feel something.
We'll lift up the pillow.
Inside the actual pillowcase, not under the pillow itself, is a deck of cards that you've seen him play with in the past.
I will smile a little bit to myself, and I will kind of pull out the cards and go through them one by one.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
All right. I'm so good at these. So good.
You have advantage because you've seen these cards before.
So good.
Okay. You always thought these cards were funny. A little bit different. Though Malcolm always swears that they're perfectly uniform and legal in all senses of the words, you have a feeling that they're weighted or something, because he just always had just strange luck with them. But
Yeah. I'm not really seeing straight anyway. I've had a few drinks, so I'm gonna. Are they in a box?
yeah, in the little deck
Put
box.
them back in their tuck them back in their box and
Um,
put them under my pillow for the night. And
there's a small knock on your door before you fall asleep.
who is it?
It's me, Ferdinand, from the front.
Yeah, come in.
Opens the door and takes one step in, but doesn't go any further as per their rules. I'm terribly sorry about your friends. Definitely seemed like an interesting fella. I do have to ask, though, his unfortunate demise, was this at the hands of another individual, a creature? I wasn't really given much information.
Sorry. Yeah, it was another individual. Apparently someone that he knew from his past, but I don't know who is. I don't know who the person was.
Takes out a quick little notebook and starts jotting stuff down. Do we have any names for said individual, or possibly something to facially recognize them if someone were to come across them once more?
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up with you tomorrow, but yeah, apparently his name is Mitch.
Mitch, all right.
Yeah, and if it makes any difference, you might want to ask Madronix about this, but he found a symbol on one of the other, because there was more than one person, and he found a symbol on one of the other person's clothes that might be, I don't know, like a brand, or I don't know, like a group thing, but it matched something that Malcolm had tattooed on him.
Right. Definitely would do that with Medronics. Yes, I just need to make sure that I create the correct bounty for this Mitch individual.
Oh, that is very nice of you. I appreciate that.
Oh, well, if any Ironhearth person is dispatched by another individual, then a bounty is immediately put upon them.
Excellent. While you're here, if I wanted to send a letter to somebody, how would I do that?
Well, depend if there is an Ironhearth outpost in the town that they're from, then it makes it decently easy. We can just send it along with some of our couriers that go and run between the two. If it's someone that's actually in the Iron Hearth themselves, then we can do a much more magical means of sending something across. If it's someone that is not in a town that a outpost is in, then unfortunately you're going to have to find different ways of mail.
Okay.
You have to hire a private messenger to run the message for you.
I forgot what city we were from. I literally didn't write it down. What city were we from?
Who, me?
Us,
You
yeah.
asking? Let me double check.
Was it Innisnard or Codbert?
I want to say it was Codbert, but I will double check. I just have to pull up my dead guy.
I just looked through all your stuff. You didn't write it down either.
Yeah, you showed us where the X was, but I think it was Innisnard. But I don't remember if we got a name.
Wherever the Slight Sally is.
Right?
Well, it would have been a coastal town.
Yeah.
Okay. So it would have been Codbert, probably.
It would have been.
It was. No, it was this one. It was Russo, I think.
We're from here? That's where we are right now.
Oh, wait, no. Then, yeah. Because we were from Offmapoik, I know that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have been from Yanta, because that's the minting town. So I know you weren't from you weren't from Rosso or Mago. So it would have been Codbert or Akradif.
I think it was Codbert. That sounds way more familiar than.
And I will ask him, is there an Iron Hearth in Codbert?
Yes, there is. There's one in all the coastal towns of Offmapoik.
Excellent. I will talk to you about it tomorrow, but I need to send a letter to someone that I know there.
Of course, yes. And hopefully by then I'll already have the bounty already up, and I will go talk to your leader, Medronix, of the bad decisions here shortly. Thank you.
Again, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. Have a good night.
You too.
And he gingerly closes the door behind him. Bouncing his way down the stairs to get to the main lobby where Dronix, you were really who you're talking to? Fez?
I guess they would be question mark. And then like, because these two are not particularly great at small talk specifically with each other. So I guess Mitranix is just awkwardly sitting there in his own thoughts.
So they're just sitting there looking at each other.
And that goes on for a while until Ferdinand makes his way down and kind of gives a light rap on your shoulder, saying, Medronix, I need to ask you a question.
What is it?
I believe Tamberlake, the little lady, told me to come to you for possible more answers. Creating a bounty for this Mitch individual that dispatched with one of your group. Again, I am so sorry. But I need to know, you possibly have some sort of insignia or something that possibly relates to your, reading the paper, Malcolm?
Yes. Although this Mitch seemed to know him as Johnny.
This is a good bit of information. Okay, and may I see so I can make a quick sketch of said insignia?
Pulls out the shirt. Just like carrying this shirt around.
Okay, I'm guessing it's this. Okay, octopus. Oh, kraken. It's kraken. Okay. All right. Quick sketch. Da, da, da. I'm a bit of an artist. Kind of like leans over and says this to Fez, and Fez, you're just like, okay.
I'm watching as he draws, looking at it like,
He's putting some shading, a little bit of extra detail here, which I'm sure gets lost in the shirt, but I'm sure it's there.
Embellishing.
Some scale work, yes, yes.
I just imagine all I'm thinking of right now is Homestar Runner when they're drawing Trogdor, and then the Kuroscar shading. He throws a letter. Ha ha ha! Trogdor strikes again.
And there. Okay, I believe this is good. So the little lady Temperley told me Mitch, this insignia, possibly knew him from the past, connected somehow. Anything else that you'd like to input upon the bounty?
I guess would Midranix have had a good enough look to have had any defining features while he was still close, or not particularly?
For Mitch, no, because most of his extra artwork was along his back.
I just wanted to make sure if there wasn't any like notable features like on his face or anything.
No,
like
I mean
that.
you would have been like given a rough
I mean, granted,
height.
this probably would file under God. All you humanoids look exactly the same.
Yeah,
but,
you would say average human male height, average human hair color, and Ferdinand just looking at you like, I don't know how to take this, but okay. And then you're like, oh, you've got average facial hair. And so Ferdinand's just like, so he's pretty average. And
I mean,
Madronic,
if you call that average, then sure.
right. Okay. Well, thank you for that highly detailed bit of information. If there's anything else that you'd like, I'm going to be inputting the bounty later in the morning. So feel free to reach out to me and get me the information.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are there any magical shops located in this area?
There are a few, yes.
His belongings were stolen as well.
Yes.
Oh. That's unfortunate. You could possibly see a lot of them don't do a lot of income. They do much more of the outward work. So if you're trying to find pawn shops of magical items that may have come by through nefarious means, then you're going to have to talk with some nefarious individuals to find those.
I see. And he thinks for a moment. Well, now that I'm remembering something, during their conversation, it appears that this Mitch fellow was looking for something that Malcolm owned. Something that he had taken or hidden away.
Okay, I can put that in here. Currently on a searching mission. Got it. Any idea what the thing was, or where he had procured it?
No, it appeared. All that Malcolm said is that he. Correct me if I'm wrong. He said that he didn't have any idea what he was talking about.
You're right.
But this Mitch one didn't believe him.
Oh, how unfortunate. All right. A known item of interest. All right. Anything else that you'd like to add?
I'm actually, because like this has been a solid 3 or 4 weeks now.
Mitch didn't do a lot of talking about it. Like there was no super details about the item or anything like that.
Yeah, it was just like I never heard the word treasure or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay, just making sure, because like I was trying to figure out if my brain was putting that in itself or if that's something I actually heard. Okay.
The only thing that you heard was that Mitch said, Malcolm is sneaky, quick with the fingers, um, sometime for the good of many, most of the time just for the good of Malcolm.
Okay. Yeah.
Not trying to metagame or anything like that, but knowing kind of like Nick's how all humans look the same, it's totally fine. I get it. But I feel like the thing that he would have picked up on was sort of maybe a unique fighting style that Mitch might have used.
It's obviously not that unique if they all did the same fighting style.
I mean, the wrapping the tape around the blade and using it to pull it back.
He was kind of busy with 2 other people at the time.
Oh yeah, he might have.
Yeah, that was sort of like laid in with the question of like, did I notice anything unique about Mitch?
Okay.
So like, I feel like, that would be up to Valak if that struck him as odd, but otherwise,
I mean, there's many different fighting styles of different types that you've never seen or never heard of. I mean, some of the people in your group themselves have shown weird fighting styles. Like Halvard likes to die a lot. You never knew that was a type of fighting style.
so yeah, apparently it's effective.
But playing possum works to a degree. So I mean, when it comes to you're decently fresh yourself, so if you were seasoned fighters and you'd never seen this fighting style before, you would be like, that seemed a bit weird, but you're still figuring stuff out and learning new things, so you just chalk it up to, oh, it's a fighting style I just haven't seen.
But in which case, no, that's all that comes to mind. I was a little occupied.
Oh, that's not a problem. As long as you've made it out of there, that's what really matters. I think if you didn't, we'd have to decide who would be the new leader of Bad Decisions.
Eye twitches.
Nobody wants that.
Oh, Malcolm's legacy lives on. You can't change the name now. It would dishonor the dead man.
My money would be on your Valkyrie friend.
Mithranix actually pounds on the table. You take that back.
Ooh, I love getting him riled up. Have a good night. And he scampers away.
You just hear Fez start snickering.
Nix goes to Halvard's room and fights him right there on the spot.
Everything's a crit because he's unconscious and on the bed.
Me waking
Actually, no,
up
hold
to
on.
a crit.
Mithranix saying out loud. It's like he just sits him up. It's like, I'll show him. I'm going to show my dominance one way or the other. As he just starts storming over to the bedding areas.
Oh no, what is going on?
And yes, I made sure that Ferdinand could hear that.
There's going to be some dominance established.
Well, I'm glad someone's gonna have a good night tonight.
Make sure he doesn't kill him by accident. Stands up and walks over, and I
It
do make sure that
Ferdinand hands you the popcorn on the way past him.
It won't be an accident.
Madronix, you get up into the room, and the first thing that hits you as you open the door is an almost more acrid smell than the smell that you're used to of the acridity? Acridness?
Acridosity.
We'll go with that one. As you see that Halvard has just let loose upon his entirety of the bed.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're not getting your deposit back.
do I smell this?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, God damn it! Did you kill him already?
Somebody beat you to it, Nix.
And Mithranix just like lets out a loud roar.
That wakes you up, Halvard.
Ugh. Oh god.
And then
Oh god,
all of
it
a sudden,
smells.
the inside of you is just like, time to let go again.
Gosh, I try to find the bedpan.
It is currently half full, as at least Tamberlake did put it off to the side of the bed, and it caught a lot of whatever was coming off, but still, it's in the mess.
Yeah.
The water closet's right down the hallway, though.
All right, choices. You know what? Who doesn't want to spend a night in the water closet?
Halvard jumps up. Excuse me.
I'm gonna slightly gesture towards Medronix to get away from the covered up halberd. You don't want this touching you.
Oh, it's like
Malcolm throws
what
ball bearings.
as funny as that would be. I'm going to assume just because of maybe how quickly Howard did this, Medronix did not have enough time to react to grab him.
And he's a bit slippery.
I would like to think that helped out just a little bit. So there's not 2 members covered.
Just a little bit.
Medronix is shouting down the hallway. Let it be known that you will never hold power.
What the fuck are you on about?
As the door slams behind him at the water closet.
Ugh.
Letting out about as vicious of a roar as Medronix did as he entered the bedroom.
I did it with the other end, though.
I'm gonna leave him some water so he doesn't dehydrate himself to death.
Yo, Fez is the real MVP.
You gotta keep
Next
your
time,
electrolytes
door.
up.
Water outside. Make sure you don't die.
Eggs. Oh god.
I leave.
I might do it myself.
Medronix just after standing in this room for enough time, looks over to Tamberlay. Are you actually planning on sleeping in this filth?
I'm not in the room.
Yeah, she's in her own room.
Okay, sorry. For whatever reason, I thought Halvard was sharing a room.
No, she dropped him off in your guys' room and then went back, and like I said, only her and Malcolm were sharing this room.
Okay, I was making sure.
And we all got our own rooms, right?
No, you guys are. They were rooms that could fit 3 people. So, Fez, Halvard, and
Nix.
Baby.
There you go. We're all sharing a room because you guys signed in first together, and then Tamberlay and Malcolm are going to share a room.
Okay.
I'm gonna sleep on the bed. I'm gonna sleep on the boat.
Well, I mean, there's 2 empty beds in Tamberlay's room.
Tamberlay,
It's not locked. What?
open the door. I'm gonna sleep in the other bed. Halvard
I
ruined
don't
the.
care. I don't care. Just let me sleep.
Close the door and go to bed.
All right.
Medronix is just going to shut the door, go downstairs. Actually, no, I think you know what? I think between everything, Medronix would actually prefer to sleep on the roof.
Okay. You know the path and everything, so it's easy enough to do.
Yeah, he is 100%. Even though he can stand it, he doesn't want to be in there.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
But yeah, he'll sleep on the roof tonight.
So with that, you guys conclude on your not even full day of being in Rosso. You all find sleep in your different ways, different locations. Halvard, you end up finding sleep in the water closet. You are no longer poisoned by the morning,
Oh, thank you.
but you do have a point of exhaustion.
Oh god, all right.
But morning arises. Mathronix being the first one to wake up a little early, just because the sound of the town starting to really move and jive through the day kind of wakes you up. Going downstairs, breakfast is already ready for everyone. As far as Mr. Water Closet and Tamberlane and Fez.
And
Oh,
Ferdinand will put
God.
it in this exact way. It's like a baby made a mess in the room.
Well, I feel like Halvard would go and clean. Actually, is it something that I could even clean up? Well, just even with prestidigitation or anything like that.
It'd take a long time, but you can still do it.
How long are we talking?
20 minutes.
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah. Yeah, he'll clean it. And just even then, still put it off to the side and like like this has to be washed and whatnot.
Yeah. Easy enough to do.
If not
Halvard,
burned.
Halvard coming down to you guys a bit later.
What were you going to say?
Who is you?
You.
Okay. Oh,
I thought you were about to say something. I'm sorry.
I wasn't sure in which context, but I guess he'll go ahead and say something as Halford makes his way down. What took you so long, baby?
Oh, I was cleaning up my room.
Ah, good. That's one less thing to worry about.
Still put it on the side because even though it's been quote unquote cleaned, I still don't trust it. Want to wash it just in case.
Either that or it may have to be burned.
I think there's been enough burning for quite a bit.
Ooh, bad joke.
That was in bad taste as I walked downstairs.
Yep, my bad. Anyway, what do we got here? We'll sit down for breakfast.
Well, I got to send a couple letters. I'll be with you boys in a minute, and I'll go over to Ferdinand and talk to him about that.
Yes, what can I do for you today, Tamberlane? Did you find anything else that you wanted to add to the bounty?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, and I will describe uh this guy as best as I can from what I saw.
Okay. Rippling muscular physique. Got it.
I mean, he was half naked before. Kind of. Well, no, he wasn't. He was in clothes, right?
Well, he at least had the armor on.
Okay. So yeah, and I will actually describe the sword as well, since we've seen it in action.
Okay, fancy rapier. Got it.
Yep, dances all by itself. Um, what else did he have on him? Well, either way. So I need to send two messages if that's all right.
Yes, of course. Along with the situations that I told you last night, of course.
Okay. One, we'll be going to Codberg via the Slat Sally.
Oh, wonderful establishment. Yes, I can do that.
Yes. To a boy named Coyote. And I just want to, and I will write down something. I will write down something to the effect of, "Hey, do you remember Malcolm that you used to hang with? Can you find out any information you can about him? Uh, who he ran with, who he talked to, anything you can find, since Coyote kind of grew up in the streets."
Right.
And then I would like to send another letter to Mago,
Okay.
care of Lorenzo.
Right.
And I will write down the description of this guy. Oh my god, I totally forgot his name already.
Bitch.
Mitch.
Mitch. Um, and describe the symbol and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. You write those down, fold them, seal them. Provides you with the sealing wax and everything. Writes down the fronts, where it's going and who it's going to, and takes them from you. Says that you'll have them delivered.
All right, and how much is that?
Oh, it's free for Ironhearth members.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much.
As long as you have the
well,
brand, and you've already been branded, so...
In that case, can I just send another letter? I mean, it's going to the same place as the first one. It's just it's addressed to Gretchen, the matron of the Slat Sally.
Yes,
And I'll just write in like, hey, I'm doing okay. I miss you. I miss the girls. Say hi to Morago for me. All that kind of stuff. Just basic. Right home
Not a problem.
stuff.
Puts it with the coyote one. Anything else?
That's it. Thank you so much for your help.
No problem. And the bounty will get posted on later today. If there's any further information about possibly the bounty being collected, where should I send some forwarding paperwork to let you all know this?
I honestly don't know where we're going next.
It seems you have a penchant for the Slight Salt. So, Slight Sally, would you like me to send it there and possibly they can forward it to you at some point, or?
Yeah, the problem is I don't know where we're gonna be, and I don't think that it's advisable sending stuff like that to the Slot Sally. That's just not. I would say send it to the Iron Hearth in Caldbert.
Okay.
And then if we can get it from there quickly, then that'd be fine. We can just. How does that work? If something gets sent to an Iron Hearth via one of its members, or to one of its members, and say I go to, Mago and go to their Iron Hearth, can I just request and see if I've got any mail, and no matter which one it's at, it'll come to me, or does it have to go from that place to this place, or how does that work?
If you've specifically set it to go to that location, then they would throw it in the back for at least a month, and then after a month of no one picking it up, they go ahead and mark it up to you being dead. And unless obviously your group is still active in the ledgers, then they'll hold on to it until your group goes inactive or unheard of for a month, and then they destroy the letter.
Okay.
So I can have it sent to the Cardbert outpost?
Right. And then, yeah,
Wonderful.
because I don't know where we're going next. So if I go to Mago and I need to change the forwarding address, is that a problem?
I mean, you're telling me now that any information goes to Cardbert. So unfortunately, it's going to go to Cardbert once the bounty gets collected.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But I mean, like, if my friends want to send letters through the Iron Hearth to me, they'll just hold it until I pick it up?
Correct.
Or will it get forwarded somewhere?
Wherever the location is that they declared to send it to, it'll stay there.
Okay.
So if they're sending a letter to the Cardbert outpost, then it's going to stay at the Cardbert outpost until, like I said, either it's been a month of inactivity or abandonment, or you pick it up.
Okay. Then I will take the letters back and write send to Rasso outpost. Send information to Rasso outpost. That way it's somewhere in between, and in case we fly through here in the next month, we can pick it up.
Okay. Takes the letters and you're good to go.
All right. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I give you full permission to open the one coming from Mago because it might have information towards the bounty that we don't have.
Would you like me to keep it afterwards as well for you, or
Absolutely.
okay, I
Yes.
can do that.
And I trust you with discretion in case there's something personal in there.
Oh, of course. Never
Excellent.
besmirch the dead.
I appreciate that. And I will join the group.
Okay. And by the way, the bounty is getting put at a scimitar level.
Oh shit.
It's like 2 levels above us?
3.
3. Fuck.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
They don't fuck
whatever
around.
level you are, it gets bumped up 3 levels.
Wow. So, got everything sorted?
So far, yeah. So I guess our next move, Nix, is to figure out where we're going next. Because we still have that bounty that we are working on.
But for so as long as that, just kind of like thinking, the bounty with Malcolm is that much higher than we are permitted, then all we can really do is focus on the current one.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that we could just go and try to find this person ourselves, but there wouldn't be any money in it.
Well, you could still technically turn in the bounty.
Oh, all right.
Um,
But we haven't signed off on it.
right. That's the only difference between people bounties. It's more of a kind of like Wild West, how bounties work. First one, first serve.
Okay.
First, yeah. So whoever gets him first. Obviously, with creatures, it's a little easier because it's like, okay, they're in this area, go kill them. With people,
Right.
it can be a little bit more sneaky, so it's more of like a an announcement, and whoever finds and kills him first and brings it in gets the bounty.
All right, walking back on that for a second. Well, at any rate, we should do the best we can to learn as much as we can about Malcolm's killers. And also just as well determine if over the next few days, since we've already... What's what I'm looking for? Paid in advance for our stay. New individuals might come in from the docks with more information.
Right.
And
And
perhaps
our
with any luck, if we, over the next few days, checking the magical pawn shops or some other method, perhaps we could find a lead on the one responsible for Malcolm's death, this Mitch. Unless they
Well,
plan
we have-
to keep the things they stole.
we have 2 more days till our boat is fixed, so we can definitely make the most of it.
Well, the boat should be fixed today, but we paid for 3 days total
Okay.
to dock. But just as well, we don't have any leads on the Banshees. So either we would leave the city in order to search around more, or we might wait a few days to see if reports come in from other areas.
I mean, I sent letters off to Malgo and Codbert, and those aren't going to be back for at least a week at the fastest. Which I doubt it'd leave me that fast.
I was talking more about the Banshees in that regard.
Okay.
If they're still active.
Right.
then any survivors or any word of mouth might come in through the docks. Or anyone coming in through the docks.
Oh, all right. So should we head down to the docks and start asking questions?
I suppose it would be good to check, at least for the present, to see if anything's changed within the last day.
All right. Who wants to go to the docks then? Are we all gonna go, or is it just gonna be a couple of us? Or I hear the best thing to do to get information is to split the party.
Baby will not be unattended.
Someone's been watching too
Yep.
much Scooby Doo.
We should
I
split
think we
up,
got that
gang.
one covered already.
Oh, by the way, kind of as a parting gift,
I was about to ask,
I
did
guess
you have it or did Malcolm have it?
I did.
Okay.
We had it, so I probably had it.
Yeah, I would have given it to her because I'm irresponsible.
Mhm. And I have a bag of holding. And I pull out the collar and the leash and all the other stuff.
That's
Malcolm and I got you a
exactly
little
what I was
present.
expecting.
I'm sorry?
That is exactly what I was expecting when I heard that it was you and Malcolm picking that out.
Yeah, well, we put our heart and soul into it. Malcolm even tried it on for you.
I hope
And
you
I'll
don't
hand
mean
it to you
literally.
next, actually.
And this is the item that Malcolm hunts.
When you put it on, your butthole starts to tingle.
Oh, my
Well, to be fair,
Oh, no.
that's probably already happening for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely
Oh,
sitting
shit.
on a donut.
But Denai's just looking over the items. Yes, I think I understand how these works. Just pulls up the collar and the leash. This for keeping him under control. Pulls up the mask. This one for keeping him quiet. And pulls up the gloves. And these are to keep his hands occupied. You did excellent work.
I've had some experience.
You've also had to punish someone who wasn't doing as you asked.
Nah,
Yes,
I
just
never
punish him.
actually used. I never used them myself, but I've talked to people who did.
Malcolm.
Well, half of the women in where I came from.
Well then, as Mithranix just like takes the collar and presents it to Baby, put it on.
Right. And he's going to take the collar and just, start putting it on.
It goes on.
Good. Attaches the leash. And it's like tugs on. All right, let's go.
All right. Fez, you joining us?
Watching this. Yep.
All right. I'm actually. It's morning, right?
Yep.
Oh, it's not a
Yeah.
good time. Actually, I am. I am going to. Hey, Fez, do you want to take a little detour with me?
Sure.
All
Where are
right.
we going?
Um, I will definitely let Nix know as well. I'm gonna head over to some of the brothels and start talking with the guards. See if they know anything about this guy. See if he's ever been in or out of any of the establishments around here. They'd know better than anybody else.
Okay. Let's go.
I mean, if that's all right, Nix. I don't want to. If you need us down at the docks with you, I'm definitely going.
No, you are free to go anywhere as you wish.
Oh, I
Just not
understand.
baby.
Okay. Then we're gonna head over there. How about we all meet up for lunch, or do you want to make it a little bit later for dinner?
Hmm. Well, depending on who finishes first, I suppose one of us could always just meet with the other after they're done.
Okay.
Or or if it takes just as long, then yes, we might as well meet for mealtime.
All right, then we will see you then. And I'll head over to kind of the area that we were in the night before.
Okay. First establishment, very red light district, is the Pink
Mm-hmm.
Perfume.
Writing all these down. Sorry, go ahead.
Individual currently sitting outside is half orc looking individual. Decently muscular, more human than orc though. Decently tall, roughly 6'3". Kind of just stands at the front door, sees you approach, you and Fez. Kind of just looks
Uh,
down at you two curiously.
Hi, my name is Tamberley. This is my friend Fez. Um,
Uh,
we are looking for someone, and we were thinking. I know right now it's off business hours and the like, but I was wondering if you could ask your girls or the madam or anybody like when they're awake and stuff if they've heard of this or seen this man before, and I will give a description of him.
he waits for you to finish your description, goes, I mean, you're pretty much talking about half the people that come in here.
I know, I know. Well, if you happen to see someone similar to him, he might be wearing like a a real nice rapier. Uh,
No
I know
weapons
that
inside.
I figured as much, but you got to take him away. And if you happen to come across this weapon, were there any defining, like, since it was a magic weapon, were there any symbols or anything that could catch your eye from, like, the hilt or anything?
Um, the handguard that's around the rapier has like in the engraving, it looks like a pair of wings.
Okay.
And it's gold plated handguard.
Okay. And I will describe that to him as well. I mean, if you
Dagger.
happen to take this, go ahead, Fez. I'm sorry.
Don't forget the dagger.
The dagger, yes. This gentleman also has a dagger that looks very similar to this, and I will pull out my axe. It's same sheen, that kind of stuff. I mean, he may not have both of them on him at the time, but if he does, could you just, I don't know, remember? Um, and I'll ask again. I just, I don't want to intrude or, you know, cause any problems. Uh, but if you do hear something, we are staying at the Iron Hearth. Um, and I will hand him a gold piece.
He reaches down, takes the gold, and kind of sleight of hands it away. Goes, don't keep my eye up.
I really do appreciate that.
He kind of just gives you a nod and goes back to leaning next to the door.
Yeah. And then I will do that to a few places. Like not one right after the other, but like maybe every other, depending on how many there are.
In the upper district here, you've got 4.
Okay. I'll go to all 4 then. So I'll mark off 3 more gold.
Okay, it's the closest one to the Iron Hearth is the Pink Perfume.
Alright.
Um, the next closest one is the Lovely Lass. Next one after that is called the Sure Thing.
I bet it is.
And the one after that is In Your Dreams.
I bet that one is themed. Perfect.
Like every 2 will feel like a 10.
Right?
Remember how many men have been told that before when they enter that place?
Well, the actual truth is less often than you think, but that's what they get paid for.
So during this time, Nix and Halvard,
Mhm.
you guys are going down to the docks.
Yeah, Nathanics
mhm.
would head toward the docks and kind of like especially for new arrivals would kind of just poke around to see if like any of them have like heard like strange rumors across the sea, either well, not across the sea, but like, you know, in the general,
Like the Delta.
I guess I'll call it a gulf or inlet, a
Yeah, inlet's better.
um so like keep like basically like
So any news coming down the strait?
essentially.
All right, make a persuasion check.
You can do it.
There. But the knives can be very persuasive.
Fucking paladins, I love it.
No, you were just do some good rolls. Um, talking through and getting past the awkwardness that new arrivals are like, who the fuck is this dragonborn? And all of a sudden asking us shit. You kind of like intimidatedly don't go away until you get an answer.
Just left even more awkward by the fact that he's
Yes, leashed Halvard.
carting around this man, this leashed man.
So
Halvard's like, if you don't answer him, you're gonna end up with me. Besides the random ghost stories that you do hear from the water that seem to date back further than just these banshee attacks, nothing seems to fall in line with what you've encountered or dealt with as far as the banshees go. The only bit of information that correlates is what happened in Grenmond, or up in that direction, with the whole, town almost getting wiped out.
Uh-huh.
So
People talk.
yeah, especially people who go up and down this strait all the time. But when you start asking, at least you get some confidence that you're getting across the correct information to receive at least something that is akin. But you're just by the third person who tells you the same story, you're just like, yes, I was there, and then you just walk past them.
Just awkwardly ends the conversation himself.
But other than that, nothing extra that correlates with the banshees.
All right. And this includes both north and south.
Yes.
We're just coming south. Okay.
Though to be fair, most of the ships that are coming from the open ocean are much bigger. And none of those have come in yet. Those usually dock sometime in the late afternoon because they need to get all the smaller ships out of the way.
All right, then. It looks like we might need to wait until the afternoon to get more information from here.
I have nothing better to do.
No, you don't. He just like presuming that a similar amount of time has happened, starts making his way back to the hearth.
Okay. And everyone talking to everything. You guys would roughly be coming back around the same time.
Perfect. I mean, so
It appears that most of the information we found is information we already knew.
sucks.
However, only the small ships were docked on this. We might have more incoming in the afternoon. More people. Perhaps more have heard something.
And did you hear anything about Mitch or?
I spent most of the time on new arrivals. If they knew who Mitch was, I wasn't going to bother asking them.
Oh, okay. Well, we ran around and put our feelers out for him, in a couple of places, about 4 of them. So, I can definitely run around tomorrow and see if they've seen him, if he's been around, or if anybody has seen him, around there. Or they might even send us a note to the hearth. So hopefully that'll bear some fruit. But otherwise, yeah, we didn't really hear much either. Um, yeah. So
And Methanice is going to lean for a moment. Ferdinand said something weird last night.
hmm.
He said that this one Mitch was very average, but I don't know what that looks like.
What do you mean you don't know what it looks like?
What is an average human person?
I think he
Uh,
means just he looks like any other human.
Yes, but what does that look like?
um, I don't know, like average height, average hair color, average eye color.
Would Malcolm be considered average?
To a degree, yeah.
Malcolm was
Malcolm
above average, thank you.
Think Malcolm.
Only in the place that it counted.
His
His
death.
heart.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Alright, so you know how you have issues sometimes with telling other humans apart?
Yes.
That's average. There's no distinct quality that separates them from other humans.
So then, average looks like Malcolm and Mitch, and anyone who looks different is not average.
Right.
To a certain extent, yes. I think average is what? Blonde, black hair, brown hair, lightly tanned, if that.
Somewhere around 5'10", lightly tan, brown hair, brown eyes.
Yeah. Plain.
Sadly, that makes it harder for us to find them because they just blend in easier, and people forget about them because they're nondescript.
Wow. Humans seem to have very few options.
Well, that's just average. That's not everybody else.
I mean, people usually pick distinct features to focus on. the issue was this guy didn't seem to have any other than a hatred for Malcolm.
That was quite obvious.
Well, I mean, everybody does.
Nah, it's not a hard thing to have, but
Right, that was pretty average too.
It comes naturally.
Malcolm had this way with people.
I was a charmer.
It just seems. I guess I just did not spend much time around humans then.
Well, you're getting your fair share now.
Too many of them.
Would this be considered a human city? Or port?
Yeah, this whole country is human.
Just towards the group.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely it would.
And like, say this to my giants, there's going to be a lot of average humans then.
Just blinks for a moment and responds, "How does anyone ever find each other?"
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? You just have to find something different about every person, and that makes it easier to find them or to recognize them. Like,
Granted, humans generally have an easier time finding other humans. Same with any other race. Ask me to find a specific goblin, I'd have an easier time than saying if Tamblay was to look for a specific goblin.
but it's very similar to like you, Nyx. If there was another red and black dragonborn, a lot of people would say that you look very similar. But I'm pretty sure that there's a distinct pattern to your scales that another red and black dragonborn would not have. And you could tell
That
that
dragonborn
apart
would notice.
immediately. Right. Whereas it is very difficult because we are not trained to see that.
Or used to it.
Which, thanks to you, we are becoming a little more used to it.
I have one more question.
Sure.
And then looks toward Halvard. Why were you so sick yesterday?
I think it's because of the rations that I ate.
Why do you think that?
Well, of all the things that could get me sick, that was the only thing I could really think of.
Well, I didn't get sick.
Were those the dragonborn rations?
Yep.
Okay, makes sense.
Why are they so
What
different?
makes sense?
Your
Well, if
dietary.
I know, I don't know what they're made of. I just eat them.
I've
Nyx,
eaten
what are they
poisonous
made out of?
rations before and never had a problem.
Well, let's take it from this perspective. Remember when we went to the forest and you didn't like the food that was served there?
Don't remind me.
If you were to eat that, would your stomach react the same way that Halvard's did?
My body could still process it fine. I just didn't like the taste. It lacked quality.
Anyone else want to take a crack at the dietary needs of different races?
No, thank you. Not today.
I'm good, thanks.
Clearly, baby has a weak stomach.
Oh, by the way, Halbert, have you been drinking water today? You look a little dehydrated.
Um, I had some for breakfast, but that was it.
Did you drink the ones from the outside?
Yeah, that was last night, though.
Drink some
Thank
more.
you for that, by the way.
Drink some more just in case.
Yeah, don't overdo it because you don't want to make yourself sick. But yeah,
No alcohol.
What do you mean no alcohol?
That's gonna make you dehydrated.
But alcohol.
right.
Well, when you drink alcohol, drink more water then.
How about you water it down?
I give a disgusted look at that.
Yeah,
What?
no, I'd just rather. All right, how about this, right? For every uh we gotta think, mug of beer, I'll have 2 mugs of water.
Okay.
That's generous. I thought you were gonna do like a mug of ale and then do like a shot of water.
He's not Malcolm. He's Halvard.
Water bomb his ale.
Malcolm would have
he's
just Malcolm would have stuck to ale because it's mostly water.
Sure. That's Bud Light.
That's a good hangover cure right there.
Oh, that means
said they-
Halvard's gonna be pissing pretty much all day.
I mean,
So long as he's hydrated, don't care.
better than shitting.
You're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that you needed to go back to the docks this afternoon?
Just check in on the new arrivals for
Right.
the larger ships.
And Val, the Iron Hearth only serves breakfast and dinner, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're under the assumption this guy hasn't skipped town, yes?
We're hoping. Oh shit. When we go back, should we ask if anything was chartered out of the city? Like this morning or last night? And then ask the guy in charge of the dock master, if he recognizes or had seen Mitch.
Just blinks. The only thing I can really think of is that if Malcolm is also this Johnny, could this Mitch person have also used another name?
Oh.
Or could he have changed his looks?
It is possible, but he can't change the look of the sword that he's carrying.
No, but if it's sheathed or covered in a blanket or something.
For sure. But even so, like if there was maybe a last minute departure last night, right around the time that he took off, then it's a lead.
When will our ship be fixed?
I don't know,
It should be
Nix.
fixed by the end of the day.
Oh, cool. All right.
At least we have a way to catch him if he did step out of town. Transport ships generally aren't the fastest boats.
Well, unfortunately, neither is ours.
Fair.
Well, yeah, I don't think our boat's going very fast right now. Well, we've been dispatched it pretty good though.
Yeah. I mean, I think that by the time we get back to it, it'll be a lot better than when we left it.
No, before we go, is there anything anyone needs while we're still here? I mean, I could use some armor.
I'm pretty set. Also, speaking of going, I need to now for work.
Well, we're actually going to be wrapping up right now.
All right.
All right. Well,
Remind me, I need to get some distilled leather.
All right, so with that conversation, we'll go ahead and kick into it when we get back. Any questions?
No.
Nope.
All right. Well, if you do have any questions, feel free to message me, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. If I don't talk to y'all before then, you guys have a great week, and we'll be back Sunday.
All right.
All right, thank you for
All
the
right.
session. Night, everyone.
Night.
Maybe.
Thank you all for those who stayed with us. Have a great night, and we will see you next time.